What's up, y'all? My bad, I'm shirtless. I'm working out right now, but I want to drop a quick video for y'all. Y'all hear it in the background. I'm watching Three Idiots with Dino and Dono and Rhythm Styles. But so what I want to talk about because I remember a long time ago seeing this post, and this chick was saying that her most toxic trait was that she cared more about the people around her than herself, and like she was like, how does that work? And she was like how do they call her toxic for caring about them to where she's in a deficit, right? So I told her that it was toxic, right? And here's why. Because first of all, you're lying, right? Because because the people that are actually like genuine and do it for their heart, I'm one of those people. You don't go around bragging about it, bro. I done so much shit for people that when they tell me about the shit that I did for them, I don't even remember that I did it. You get what I'm saying? It's just like because it's nothing to you, so it's nothing to even remember to brag about. But um the reason why I say it's toxic because you're breeding toxicity and you're allowing it to happen. You're being that toxic person's enabler. And eventually they will hate you for being their enabler. They're going to hate you for being their enabler because of the bad karma that comes with it. And the fact that they know they can always go to you and that you don't ever like have boundaries to tell them no. You get what I'm saying? It's like they're gonna hate. Eventually, they're gonna hate themselves and project it on and project it onto you because they're narcissistic. You get what I'm saying? And I also want to talk about narcissism too. But like, what I realized dealing with a whole bunch of narcissists, like friends, family, is that they can't see past themselves. They're too self-absorbed. That's literally like the whole definition of it. Everybody be getting be like using these big words wrong just because they hear them so often. You know what I'm saying? But it's like one easy way to test if somebody a narcissist, start speaking in general. Once you start speaking in general and talking about the masses, is like notice and peep game on how they're gonna always relate it back to them, right? You can say something like you can say something like, oh, it's like most dudes only really care about getting money, fucking hoes, and hooping. You know what I'm saying? That's the average guy, right? Not saying that all dudes are like that. You know what I'm saying? But commonly that's what you run into. You get what I'm saying? And you have a confrontational motherfucker tell you, but like, nah, like the guys I run into, but we're not talking about the niggas you run into. We talking about the average dude. Like I remember having a conversation, um, with my sister, right? And she was telling me about how she was talking to these females and how like I don't know, I guess they were trying to like they were like trying to sun her, or they were like, being kind of like condescending in a bit, like they were like kind of trying to like just look like little girl her basically. And I told her not to worry about like stuff like that. I was like, because on average, most women don't really have much life experience because they're women. They're women are made to be dependent upon men, and men are made to be providers and leaders, right? You know what I'm saying? So most women are used, especially if they're pretty, they're used to having people do things for them. That they're used to all the chicks want to help them out and be around them because they're good looking, and they're used to the dudes doing shit for them because they want to get with them because they're good looking. Maybe the females want to get with them too. It's a different day and age, right? Even though it's been going on forever, but whatever. So typically we learn things from like the whole supply and demand thing, right? It's like coming up as a man, right? No one's gonna do for you because you're a man and you're supposed to be a provider. So what you do is you go out here and you look for trades or things that you can like stomach doing all day long that you can make a career out of. You get what I'm saying? And within that journey, you learn and go through a lot of shit that teach you about life. But if you don't embark on that because you don't have a need to, you don't really learn those life lessons. You get what I'm saying? So on average, it's like it's understandable why women like the average woman I wouldn't know as much about like the outlook of life because they're not exposed to a great portion of it. Like yeah, like it's like you meet chicks that are independent, but do they really want to be? And it's just like I don't know, like this, like is it really like that? Like pleasing to the ears to like for a woman to be in her 30s, 40s and still independent, doing all for like for herself. What has she really learned besides that she made mistakes that are affecting her now? You get what I mean? Like it's a different dynamic because of how like because of the nature of things for us. It's a gender thing. It's a gender role. You get what I'm saying? Like that, it's not all bad. And but anyways, we were having this conversation and I was trying to explain to her that how like most women don't understand like life around them because they haven't had to experience it on that certain level, like, you know, to fully grasp what it is. You have to go through more shit first. You get what I'm saying? Like women go through things, but they go through it like differently than how the typical guy would. You get what I'm saying? Because they're completely different. They're not going to attract the same energy, right? As the man would to himself. So, because you know all the energy you put out comes back to you. But anyways, so I was trying to explain that to her, and she was like that she disagreed with it, right? And she always just disagree with me, just like even though she say I tell her real shit all the time, she'll disagree with me just to be confrontational because I don't know, I never really opened up about it, but between like me and my family, like it's like this disgruntled thing because I think it's really just because I put in effort and they see me like progress, and I've always been really intelligent. You get what I'm saying? It's like people always admire and kind of fixate to whereas they get begrudgingly and resentful about what they don't have. People just want what they don't have. Like they wonder what it's like to not be themselves and to be like something else. You get what I'm saying? Especially things they look up to and admire. So, anyways, like she disagreed with it, and she was saying like, "Oh," I was like, "Well, what part do you disagree with?" Because I knew it was gonna be some bullshit, and she said, "Oh, I disagree when you said that all women are like are pretty much airheads," and I'm just like, that's not what I'm saying. That's not at all what I'm saying. We are all ignorant to something. All I'm saying is that women typically don't have to do for themselves, so it's a lot that they miss out on when they don't have to be in them situations where they have to learn stuff. Because think about it, everything you learn has multiple lessons to it. You go for one thing and you may meet somebody that can put you on to something else, or y'all start talking about this and that. You get what I'm saying? It's just like everything like you go to or go through, even if it falls through, has multiple lessons and opportunities, right? But if you never embark on that, you miss those, and that's all I'm saying. So like you're not gonna understand it like the average woman ain't gonna understand life on the same level as like the average man working construction. Like you're just not, because y'all have two different walks of life, and he embarked on different shit. You get what I'm saying? That's all I was saying. So it's just like I'm like, if they trying to like scold you on different shit like that, it's like it's a good chance that they're just giving their opinion, and it but they're basing it like it's fact, like a lot of people do. You feel what I'm saying? It's okay to have an opinion, but it's not okay to belittle people over what you think. You get me? And I remember trying to explain that to her, and she was like, "No, like these was educated women, this, that, and the third, or whatever." And I'm like, "What do you consider educated?" And she didn't want to answer, right? And then it was just like I can give multiple stories, about how she turned it and made it like personal. You feel what I'm saying? But that's just like one example, and then even then, like I was kind of upset because it's like you got everything I said wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Because you weren't listening, and I stated that. But it was like I noticed that about like narcissists is like they're so self-centered that when you speak in general, they don't understand generalizations or statistics because it's outside of themselves. They can't see past themselves. So if you tell them anything that's outside of them, like they brain ain't gonna compute it because they can't. Like they gonna be like malfunction, on some bot shit. Like they gonna like they brain ain't gonna be able to compute it because they gonna be like, I can't see myself being in that kind of position. That's not what it is for me. But they're ignoring the fact that we're not talking about you. We're talking about the grand scheme of people, and you may be the exception. It may not apply to you, but for a narcissist, everything that around them has to apply to them because the world revolves around them. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like, and going back to the other topic about how letting toxic people in your stay in your life is a toxic trait, but because it's like, why are you accepting that level of disrespect? Why are you accepting that disadvantage? You get what I'm saying? Why do you not think more of yourself to remove yourself? You get what I'm saying? It shows a lack of self-respect. It shows a lack of confidence. It shows a lack of self-love, right? That you will that instead of like doing better, you would sit in a toxic situation and enable it. You're just as guilty as the person that's wronging you because you see the plot happening and you still partake in it. That's just like if your friend hit you up and was like, "Hey, let's go rob this nigga and potentially like if like I commit homicide if he get out of hand, right?" And you be like, "Nah, man, I ain't gonna do that shit, but here's some gas money." You get what I'm saying? It's just like if you're gonna make a way for it to happen, you might as well do it. You're just as guilty, right? But if that's not something that you're particularly fond of or want to take part in, then you cut it off and you leave it be. It's not in your best interest. But that's all I want to say. I'm trying to minimize these videos so they don't end up being crazy long. Ooh, looking at I ain't even been working out for real, but um yeah, I got more content coming. I just want to get on here, holla at y'all real quick.